JD Vance, of course, as you know, went on Diary of a CEO. Did you watch it?
Of course.
Of course.
I sent it in the group chat right away when I
did.
saw it came out.
You did. He called AI inherently communist because it does mass
Right.
surveillance and stuff like that. But yet, his administration demands no regulation on AI. In fact, we must bump AI. In fact, Donald Trump took the AI CEOs like Mario and Sam Altman to G7 with him. Are we communist?
Who backs JD Vance?
Peter, technological super fascist Thiel.
So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
We're talking about JD Vance knowing that people are very anxious about AI, especially about taking its jobs, overturning the world order. So what's one way to get right-wingers on board that he is on their side? Just call it communist. Anyway,
So
you must
I
invest
agree.
you must invest in it because I'm sure JD Vance has.
Yes. Made millions off of it.
Made millions
So
off
I
of it.
will say this about JD Vance. They put his name on the treaty for Iran, right?
Yeah, someone had to take the fall.
So I think that's not him taking the fall. I think that's Trump saying, "All right, that's the next man up."
That's the next. Oh, you're saying that he's the successor, the heir apparent.
Yeah, that's what
I don't
get
know about
from
that, bro.
Here's the thing. I listened to JD Vance on that podcast,
Mhm.
and he sounded really good. Sounded a little too good. You know what I mean?
He's a
Sounded a little
talker.
too good. He told everybody what they wanted to hear.
That's been the MAGA MO from the beginning.
Ex
Say whatever they want to hear. Do the complete opposite.
Exactly. He sounded really good, and I was like, "Oh, man. This is it." They just like, last podcast when C was talking about how, they're, trying to make, JD Vance not follow the boss's or following the boss's orders, but he's the one that's speaking out. I think he's right on that one. I think
transparent.
they're giving him the nod. They're like, "You're the next man up. Start doing these podcast runs."
You know what?
'Cause, like I said, he sounded really good. He sounded really good. Really good.
I think you do have a point in there, which is like people are seeing that, hey, Trumpism not working right. JD, we need you to go out there, do exactly what Donald Trump does, but differentiate yourself, be like, I was
Yeah.
not on board with all of this. That's why, I'll be really American first, guys. I promise this time I will promise this
Right.
time I'm going to go on The View. I'm going to go on that one Christian podcast, and then I'm going to do
Exactly.
Diary of a CEO. Guys, it's not like I have a job or anything. Just put me on your podcast.
I know. Dude, I'm telling you, they're pushing him. He has the nod. He's got the nod. You don't see Marco Rubio,
No.
going on TV. You
No,
don't see him
Marco
on
Rubio's
podcasts.
busy. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're pushing JD Vance. He's the next nominee. He's got the nod from Trump. And you could, like I said, I listened to the whole thing and I was like, in a way, kind of shocked because but we just can't get bamboozled by this again, right?
I mean,
This is
I
politics.
100% bag you. Thank you, Pitbull. I understand, dude. It's politics, but that's the thing, dude. That's exactly what they did in 2024. They were just like, wow,
Yep.
wow, we're not like that. We love America.
Yup.
Look at me hold this baby, guys. Look, if you vote for the Dems, they'll bomb Iran. I promise. I promise you, they will.
Yeah.
And now
We just can't get bamboozled again. We seen this act before. That's why I said.
I'm afraid people are going to get bamboozled again. Because it's kind of clear Americans want to live in a fantasy world than the harsh reality.
I think they are only because JD Vance hasn't been in the light. He hasn't really been out there.
In the light. This man had to get his Twitter account taken because he kept fighting with random accounts.
That's what I'm saying. And like people will forget about that. Right?
Sadly, yeah, probably.
Sadly, people will forget.
People will forget about the Iran war.
And people will forget about him and Trump talking to Zelensky the way that JD Vance handled himself.
Did
You
you
know what I
say
mean? Like, people
did
are
you
gonna
say
forget
thank you?
about that. You know, so it's like me knowing how he like, I didn't forget about that. So when I was listening to him speak, I was just like, "Oh, bro, this is a problem because he is really good and he is saying all the right things." And that's when it clicked. I was like, "He got the nod."
That's
You
what
know, he's got the nod.
dude, I'm just sick of just listening to these fraudsters, like, play a character. Just play a
Yeah,
character, bro.
LARPing.
It's exactly what they are. It's LARPing. These are
Yeah.
all failed actors, finding their new niche and just LARPing. Dude,
So,
I'm sick of it, bro. I'm sick of it. We need the adults back in the room. I'm sorry. We need the adults back in the room.
I
We've
agree.
done this failed experiment twice, twice, and people are still
Not
not
about
getting
to
the
be the
fucking
3rd time.
picture. Dude, I swear to
Yeah,
God. I swear to God. That's why it's one of the things where, like, I wanna get my Voxeltic project off the ground, this off the ground because someone needs to fucking change things. We need to do something because we're
I
getting
agree.
into a really stupid spot, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
but like I
fucking
said,
fucking
JD JD Vance was MIA for, like, the past 6 months. Like, you would hear his name on the news, but he wasn't showing out. They're like, "Alright, we gotta put him to the side for a little bit so people will forget all his stupid things that he said. Then
we
we're gonna clean
there's
up
a
his
lot.
image, get him good with PR, and send him back out there so he can run."
Yeah.
And he's talking about AI. Bro,
Communist.
bro, you're Peter Thiel's guy, dude.
Yeah.
Peter Thiel's guy,
AI is
and you're
communist,
gonna
bro.
s
Anyway, don't regulate it. Whatever you do, make sure everything is AI. I don't get it.
so that's yeah, so that's JD Vance for you.
Dude, I don't know what happened, dude, but ever since like the Tea Party, I want to say like 2012 to 2014, there was something in the Republican Party that clicked. It was just like, guys, have we thought about just lying all the time? I mean, we could just do that,
Why?
right? We could just do and everyone in the conference was like, genius. Fucking genius.
Genius.
We should just lie all the time. It's crazy, dude. And people are gonna fall for it again. And even if the Dems like pull it off in 2028, get back in the office, they're going to fuck it up and then lose again the next time.
But, yeah, like I said, JD sounded really good. Kinda scary.
I don't like it, man. I don't like it at all. We can't we can't
All
we can't
now
do
all
this
he
again.
needs is a near miss. All he needs is a near miss, and
He's
then
not gonna
he's
get
in
any
there.
near miss. He's vice president. What is he going to do? He's gonna get in like a Twitter fight again?
No, I mean a near miss. They're like, "You signed that peace treaty with Iran." Boom.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But man, I don't want to go back. This is stupid. I don't want to see President Vance. I'm sorry. He does not represent my generation. Why has it gotta be him? The most unlikable dude imaginable. Someone who was homeschooled by a day drinker, and he's supposed to be
He
president. Okay, no.
he was picked.
He was picked. He was elevated. Wasn't out of like, his own thing. He was just decided.
He was picked. He sold his soul.
Sold his soul.